Hello there and welcome to another Coffee with Colm, and thanks very much for tuning in. If this is your first time coming along to a Coffee with Colm session, well then you're very welcome. And the objective behind this series is to take snippets from my own business journey as chronicled in the book Feeding Johnny, How to Build a Business Despite the Roadblocks. Take a snippet from the story on a weekly basis, discuss it and discuss the lessons that I learned therein, and put them out there for you to consider as you go on your journey and as you continue to build your business, in the hopes that lessons I've learned along the way can be of benefit to you in your journey and create a shortcut where back in the day I had none. If you enjoy what you're hearing and you like to share it with others, feel free. Others of like mind, post it out there privately or publicly in whatever way suits you. If it speaks to you and you'd like to leave a comment as to your own experience in this particular area, well then just simply pop to the box beneath the video in the blog and leave us a comment. It's always good to hear from other people. So hold tight and we'll have a quick coffee with Colm and discuss one particular topic. Okay, the story for this week is around networking. Now, I don't want you to confuse this week's vlog with the one recently where I spoke of the man on the train. You see, the man on the train was where networking worked and worked perfectly well and worked profitably and was transformational in my particular journey. That's one worth checking out if you haven't already seen the man on the train vlog. But I want to talk about networking. Networking is a hugely important part of everyday business in the 21st century. No question. Has to happen. There are various different ways networking takes place. I was introduced to the concept of networking many years ago through network marketing, which is a wonderfully powerful business tool. However, there are some flaws with network marketing, as there are in fairness with most business ideas. One of the flaws is that it tends to teach people who are involved to treat people as suspects first, prospect second, and then clients or members third. And if a suspect becomes a prospect and a prospect doesn't become a client or member, there's a tendency for network marketers to sort of drop them and move swiftly on looking for more suspects, prospects and clients or members. My take on it is they are people first, people second and people third, whether or not they choose to join your network. So I just think let's look at the human element first. There are other business organisations, networking organisations, the likes of BNI, Business Network International, an organisation I've been a member of several times and thoroughly enjoy and respect for what it does. But as ever, it has its flaws. It teaches members that givers gain, which is true and can be true at a certain point. In other words, if I give you business, you will want to give me business in return. That may be true. I think they're closer to the mark in BNI where they talk about VCP, visibility, credibility, profitability. In other words, if you're out there doing your thing and doing it with integrity, you are visible. If you do it long enough, you become credible. And if you do it long enough to become credible, well then you will in fact become profitable. Visibility plus credibility equals profitability in the long haul, and I agree with that. There are networking organisations that propose speed networking, like speed dating, where you go and you bring a bunch of business cards and you meet as many people as you can, as quickly as you can in the evening and take away a whole bunch of business cards. I think the success of that type of event is limited enough. I'm not aware of many people who've done sustainable good business as a result of collecting 50 business cards, because they tend to be brought home and put into the same drawer the 50 business cards from last month's speed networking event ended up in. And when you take them out again and you look at business card and you're wondering, oh God, who is this guy, who is this girl, it's a little flawed. It's a start, it's better than doing no networking, but I'm not sure that it's the right thing. Richard Branson talks about people and entrepreneurs who set up business for the sole purpose of making money as being those ones who, in his opinion, are least successful. His take on business is that if entrepreneurs who are most successful go out of their way to solve human problems with their business idea, and if they're successful at solving human problems with their business idea and successful at scale at solving human problems with their business idea, well, that's when the money comes in. That's when they become profitable in their endeavours, and that money is perhaps one of the results, the positive results that might come from solving human problems. And I believe that networking is the same. I think networking is first and foremost about you and I connecting people, and that's what I do. I believe it's a profession, by the way, and I believe myself to be a professional networker. And what I try to do is I try to meet people and I try to then join those dots, trying to put people together for mutual benefit. But it's for their mutual benefit. put two people together to see what might happen. My reward, if any, will come from karma. My reward, if any, will be like the man on the train story, where something will happen, an event will happen, something will take place that will help me in my journey and in my business. But first and foremost, networking, a bit like Richard Branson, it's not about profitability first, it's about connecting people so that human problems can be resolved, and in the doing of that, in the solving of human problems, well then businesses can grow, and as a result of businesses growing, profits can be made. I'm still back to my business card, how can I help? It's been on my business card since before I met the man on the train. It's been on my business card ever since, and will continue to be. It's my offer to the universe, and I think that's really when networking comes into its own. I think networking is a hugely important part of business life, but I believe it needs to be done first and foremost to be of benefit to others. And if that's done, if you're out there doing your thing, if you're visible and you're out there doing your thing with integrity, you will become credible. And if you're out there doing your thing with integrity and you become credible long enough, you will become profitable. Well, I hope you got something from that particular snippet, that particular story, and thank you very much, as I said earlier, for tuning in. If you enjoyed it and you've got something to say, well then pop a comment in the box beneath the video and the blog. If you'd like to share it out privately or publicly, please do. We'd be delighted if you did so. If this is your first time stumbling across a Coffee with Colm and you want more of this type of stuff on a regular basis, well then simply pop over to our homepage, colmobrienmotivation.com. Put your details in there into the boxes provided, and we'll send you this type of stuff on a regular basis and keep you updated. But thanks very much indeed for joining me. Thanks for tuning in, as I said at the start, and think about what has been said here today and apply what you've heard into your thinking for the next week, for the week ahead. And then most importantly, come back next week and let's share another coffee together and talk about some other aspect of business. In the meantime, cheers, enjoy the coffee. Delicious. Have a great week. Bye for now.